I really want to talk a lot about your confidence, your content, and really just showing up as yourself. So, I think like the biggest issue with most people is they really get paralyzed by the idea of just being good on camera. You see perfect reels. Yes, like Delaney will show up looking hot as shit in a reel. And I'm like, all right, I'm showing up looking like a troll under a bridge. And you get in your own head. Um, we don't need perfect reels with the perfect transitions, the perfect filters. And we just think like I could never do that. I can't tell you the amount of people that have messaged me and said, I can't make the perfect reel or I can't be camera ready all the time. And I tried to tell them, I'm like, have you literally watched my reels? Because I'm never perfect all the time. But there was a time that I used to feel that way, and I kind of got in my own head. Previously, it's much easier to show up and create reels and create content when you have a product that actually works. What we have here is gold. There's no reason that we shouldn't all be showing up every day, sharing content and how we feel about the products that we have. But I do remember when I recorded my first reel, I swear I like re-recorded it 17 times. I was sweating, my hair was sticking to my face. I remember thinking like nobody is ever going to watch this. And guess what? They didn't at first. Nobody really watched my reels. And honestly, I could have just let that just take me out of the game, but I continued to show up. And that is what makes the biggest difference is the more you show up, the more confident you're going to become. And that's honestly what changed the game for me. So I really want to know how many of you honestly have drafts saved right now in your reels or in your Facebook, TikTok, whatever, that you've never posted because you overthought how you looked, how your hair looked, how your body looked. Drop a one if you have drafts saved because you are overthinking those reels. I guarantee you there are so many of you. Absolutely. So tonight, really, my goal is just to help you get out of your head and get into action because it doesn't have to be complicated. And honestly, it's so much fun what we get to do here once you stop trying to be perfect. So, the first thing I really want to talk about is your confidence because I feel like that's the foundation of everything. And like I said, your confidence is not going to come first. You're going to be, I remember even the first live I did, I thought I was going to throw up. Honestly, I think I did a shot before I got on the live because I was just so nervous. Don't worry, I didn't do that tonight. But confidence is never going to come first. It's actually going to be your consistency that's going to build your confidence. So get out of the mindset of you have to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be real. You need to connect with people. You want people following you that connect with the real you. You don't want people following you that don't jive with what you're doing because guess what? They're not going to trust you. They're not going to like you. They're not going to want to get to know you more. So just be the real you. Um, Every time you post, you're going to build a little bit more confidence. Your first video, it's going to make you cringe. Your first reel, it's going to make you cringe. And that's totally normal. Me and my kids the other night, we were going through like my old Facebook videos, and I literally was like, what in the hell was I posting? Like, what was I doing? But it's okay. I can look back and see the growth that I've had. And here's the thing, no one is ever going to look at your reels and pick them apart like you pick your own self apart. They're watching you, and what they're honestly thinking is, wow, like she's brave enough to show up. She's brave enough. Freaking Destiny, the way you show up with your vulnerability in your before videos is amazing. And people see that and they say, you know what? If Destiny can do that, if she can show up, I can do it too. Nobody's critiquing what Destiny looked like before. They're looking at it and saying, oh my God, like this is amazing. I used to wait till I looked perfect. I used to wait till the lighting was perfect. My house had to be in perfect order before I would post a reel. And I don't do that anymore. I honestly just pick up my phone. And like Dell said, I'm in my kitchen. I'm in my office. I'm in the front yard. The other day, I recorded a reel and I got done and I was like, oh my God, my garage doors look so disgustingly filthy. People are going to think I am like redneck white trash. but I posted it anyways and it got a ton of views. Like, so if I wouldn't have posted that because of the way that my garage doors looked, which nobody freaking noticed except me, I actually got traction from that reel and people reaching out to me because I posted that. So I want you to remember that your goal is never to impress people. Your goal should be to connect with people. That should be your number one goal when you pick up your phone to make a reel, to make a post, to go live. You're not impressing anybody. Who cares what anybody thinks about you? Connect with those people that you really want to connect with. The next thing that I want to talk about is simplicity, because I think simplicity is really what sets you free when it comes to creating reels. Everything in your life is content. Right now, I could have my phone set up recording me doing this meeting. I've done that in meetings at work before. I just set up my phone and I honestly record me talking to somebody that has nothing to do with what I'm posting a reel about. You making a protein shake in the morning. Kelly, I see her post those all the time. She will be making her protein shake and she turns it into a reel with a call to action. Walking your dog. I've done that before. I've set my phone up and just recorded myself walking down the driveway and turn that into a reel. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You don't have to over edit your reels. Keep it simple. Raw content is really going to win every single time. And I will tell you that done is always going to be better than perfect. So when you're thinking about your reel, think about the story you're going to tell and not this big production that you need to create. I had a girl on my previous team. We actually went on a retreat together for my previous company, and she was trying to create a reel. And I swear to God, she spent an hour refilming, and never posted the reel. Never. And I'm telling you, if she would have just posted the reel, just like the one I talked about with my dirty garage doors, who knows what would have happened from that reel. Someone else is going to throw together a 5-second voiceover or a 5-second reel that says, "This changed my life," and it's going to go viral. If you're not posting, somebody else is. Somebody else is sharing Ellie. This company is blowing up. And if you aren't doing it, somebody's going to find somebody else that is doing it. So don't focus on overcomplicating it and perfect. Your message is going to matter way more than your editing does. And think of it as talking to your best friend. If you can talk to your best friend, you can make a reel. That's all it has to be. It's literally a conversation with your camera. So this week, I would love for all of you to post something messy on purpose. Record something, no filters, no retakes, just post it and literally watch how freeing that it feels to just post something. And I guarantee you, if you are your real raw self, you're going to get people attracted to that. People can feel that energy. People can feel fake and they can feel real. And I want to connect with people who get to know the real me, not some person that, if God forbid, if I say shit in my story, they're going to message me and tell me how horrible I am. I don't want those people on my social media. So I'm not going to fake it and act like that's who I am. So I want to talk to you about ideas and where I actually get ideas from. So yes, we should all have time to scroll social media and it just be funny and we laugh at reels and we enjoy the time there, but also put aside time to scroll for business. I have a notes app on my phone where I see ideas in like social media reels, and I will put those ideas into my phone. I also save the sound. If I love the way the reel looks with the sound, I will save the entire reel. Obviously, I don't copy exactly. You want to customize it and make it your own, but spend some time. I mean, even if it's 20 minutes a day where you are intentionally looking for ideas for content, and save that. Save audios that make you laugh, that you could turn into something educational. Like yesterday, I saw it was everywhere of the new Taylor Swift song where she says, "Talk dirty to me." And literally, I'm like, I just put on, like, somebody said, "Send me your link. I'm ready to lose weight." And then I said, "Yes, please talk dirty to me." Like it doesn't have to. And I'm literally sitting here in my office. Like, it's nothing crazy. And people love stuff like that. Also, don't make it all business. Make sure you find some reels that are funny or you incorporate being funny. Freaking Dell in the Target blind with Alex, I almost died from hyperventilating, from laughing so hard. And the fact that I think you showed the behind the scenes, Dell, where people were like behind you when you were standing on the ladder and I don't know if they were with you. It didn't look like they were, but it was hilarious. Like stuff like that is funny and people relate more to that than anything. So keep a running list of ideas in your phone. I literally call it my real brain dumps. Like that's just what it is. I post any type of idea. I can be sitting in bed at night and I can hear a commercial and I'm like, oh my God, that's a great idea for a reel. And I will put it in my notes. And then I try to find a sound that will go with that. If you can tie emotion, humor, and truth into a trend, you're going to win every single time. Every time. Sorry. Lastly, you really want to show your personality. So this is really my favorite, and it's really, I think, recently the reason that my content started taking off. I really used to struggle with, I was scared of what people would think. I was scared that Sally would not like that I said something this way, but Joey may love that I say it this way. And it held me back for so long from just creating content that I wanted to create. But again, it goes back to be yourself. Humor connects faster than perfection. Your sassiness, your quirks, your confidence, that is your brand. That's who you are. Don't change who you are to fit a brand. Make Ellie you. Make that your brand. Don't be afraid to be bold. Be funny. Be a little extra. Let people see who you truly are. Your family, your behind the scenes, your bloopers, share that stuff. I have a thing of bloopers that I have not shared yet, and I really need to. Of you, like you go to record and you like spit falls out of your mouth. I would literally stop and delete it, but no, I'm going to save it. And that's going to be a reel one day. Like of just all the times that I've messed up recording. Personality is what makes people stop scrolling. When you show up boldly and you're just yourself, it is literally a magnet. Again, back to the reel with Delphine, that's one of my agents. Delaney went back to work with Delaney. That reel, if she would have just, I don't know, made it more educational about how people don't, always go blind on the shot, nobody would have stopped and watched that. But because she made it funny and she made it herself and her personality, it blew up. So think about your favorite creators. Dell is one of mine. I love watching her reels. I think Alex, I haven't started watching, reels by you, Alex. I think we'll get to see a lot of those, but I know he's like the brains behind a lot of what Dell does. So I'm excited to see those. Find them. They're not perfect, but honestly, when you watch them, they make you feel something. And that's honestly what people are going to remember about you. Your personality is your superpower. It is. And don't tone it down. You really need to lean into it. So the final thing I'm going to talk about is just consistency and flow. It's the one thing that really separates people from who want to grow from the people who quit. It's consistency. One reel is not going to change your business. It's just not. I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you have one reel go viral. Guess what? My husband had a reel go viral of him like dancing in the car months ago, and he didn't post after it. I'm like, Joey, what are you doing? Like, this is your moment. Like, keep posting, keep making reels. And like, he didn't. So I'm like, well, you're a loser and you just lost out on that, but whatever. Keep showing up. Show up every single day and start with a rhythm that you know you can keep. Don't set this goal that you're going to post 5 times a day. No, start with 3 to 4 posts a week and do it. No matter what, get up, record a reel, post a photo, whatever you have to do. Consistency is going to be your best friend. Rotate between 3 different types of content: lifestyle, humor, and results. That's what I do all the time. I rotate between those. Nobody wants to see just before and afters all the time. Yes, that's great. Although we do have people on the team that make a killer income by just doing that. But if you're wanting to build connection and you're wanting to grow your audience, I would definitely rotate and make it more about your lifestyle and humor and your results. Build it all in together. I will tell you, people need to see you multiple times before they ever decide to buy or join you. That's just the facts. And it takes a little bit longer here in this space because it is a pharmaceutical drug. People are a little more weary of buying something that's pharmaceutical from somebody versus an all natural supplement. It's just the facts. Plus, there is so much misinformation out there that it takes time for them to trust that we are speaking facts. We aren't just trying to, lie and sell something. So remember that when you're creating your content. If you don't get the sale on the first time, it's okay. Keep showing up. People are watching. Think about it. How many times did all of you watch somebody in this team before you decided to finally reach out and message them? It wasn't the first time that you saw Dell was doing a weight loss shot. I can guarantee you that. It wasn't for me. Well, it kind of was. But for a lot of people, it was not. They were, it's scary. It is. But consistency isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. And the algorithm is going to reward your consistency. But most importantly, people are going to start to trust you. And when they see you keep showing up, they honestly believe you mean what you say. So that is all I have for tonight. I hope that it helps a little bit and helps you show up and be your true self, because that's what we all love. And everybody that's following you, that's what they love too. They follow you because they love you, not a pretend you. So
Wow. Okay. That was phenomenal. Like literally I kept thinking, I'm like, okay, I gotta think of a question to ask her. And then you would touch on what I was thinking to ask you. I was like, where do you get your ideas? Like, stuff like that. But guys, like rewatch this over and over until it is just burned in your head. Like so many things that she said, I would have said this same exact thing. You just do it. Like ignorance on fire. Okay. Like don't I think it was Tana even said it. She's like, I'm posting, I'm pumping out the posts and they're not perfect, but I'm putting it out there. And that's exactly what you got to do is expose yourself, expose the opportunity. And yes, be funny with it, okay? You might think you're the most boring person in the world, but guess what? There's a lot of other boring people out there. They are going to relate to you. You will never be more relatable than you are right now. Okay. When you get to the point like Kelly opening up $84,000 checks, some of us hear that and are like, yeah, that'll never be me, right? Right? Like it doesn't feel like it's even in the grasp, okay? I'm like, yes, that's gonna be me, right? And I want you guys to all have that. But you opening up a $500 check yesterday or today, you know how many people right now need that? Like that's relatable. Go out and share that. Don't feel like you have to be making all this money to be loud and confident about this, okay? Don't feel like your house has to look perfect. I came from a beautiful high rise. You know how many people said to me, what are you gonna do? You're leaving this beautiful high rise to
Watch yourself. Careful.
to go live in this like house with your man. I'm like, yeah, because guess what? I feel like my lifestyle now, the fact that I'm, making the kind of money that I am already and getting to show this is my like lifestyle, I feel like that's more relatable now than a beautiful high rise, to be honest. So, embrace it, like embrace the beginning and the newness and know that you are going to look like a fool for a little bit in the beginning. And then eventually people are going to be like, how are you so good at this? How are you so confident? It's just practice. It's like Lucy. She might have been a little bit nervous to do this call. If this was her sixth call, in the last 2 months, she probably wouldn't have been as nervous, right? Like it's practice. Anything that you're good at right now, it took time to get there. Okay. So I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. You literally covered everything. And this is why you're so good. One thing with Lucy, too, guys, if you watch, she's really good at posting on her feed. Okay. So the stuff that you put out on your feed, your reels, your carousels, the before and after photos. That's going to grow your audience. That's going to get new eyes, okay? New people coming into your store, but you're going to nurture and sell and convert in your stories. And she's somebody who's really good at also doing both parts, okay? So there's a lot of pieces to all this, but posting reels and all that is super important for growth. But then converting is in your stories, talking on your stories. Holly and I were talking about it earlier today. She's like, I notice that when I show my face and I talk, even though I feel really uncomfortable, like that's where I start to get more traction with people ordering. I'm the same way. And I don't every day feel like doing it. But guess what? It is our job. And if that's the worst thing we have to do is talk on our damn story for 60 seconds, like really, you know what I mean? Like we all just need to be doing more, including myself. So I want to open up if anybody has questions. Oh, Lucy, one thing I did think of that I want to know. Um, are you, I think I probably already know the answer to this, but because of your content, do you feel like you're having a lot of people that are just coming to you naturally because of your content, or are you having to reach out first to people?
I can tell you, God's honest truth, I've never reached out to a single person since being in this business at Ellie. I have followed up with people who have reached out to me first, but I have never reached out to anyone first.
Yep. Yeah.
And that I will tell you, that's never happened ever in my business, ever.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say that because look at her content and like how consistent she is. It's attraction marketing, right? I'm not saying that reaching out to people first, I'm not against that. I'll be honest. I don't have to do that anymore because I've built myself to a place where I have, my content's doing the work for me. If you are not consistent with your content, you're not putting out good content, you're probably going to have to do more of the reaching out, initiating conversations, working it like that. Both ways are good, but I think we all would agree. Would you rather have to chase and call 100 people or have 100 people knocking on your door saying, hey, give me some of that. What's that stuff? I want some of that. What you got? Like, we all want people coming to us, right? That's going to be through your content. That's why this stuff is so important. Lucy, anything else?
I don't think so, unless anybody has questions that I
Yeah,
can answer.
anybody have questions?
No, we were driving today and I had asked, I was like, and it was just like a genuine question. I was like, how come you're having Lucy do the social media training instead of like Laura or Rochelle or somebody with like a pretty significant following? And she was like, well, that's exactly why I want her to do it because it shows that you don't have to have this massive following to be successful. Because she was like you said yourself, Lucy's putting out good content, and I want somebody who's consistent, putting out content and doing well. So that's exactly the person that I want. And I was like, that's a fair point. That's actually perfect. It's a little more relatable for us little small timers, myself included, who,
Yeah.
we're hovering around the 500, 200, 1,000, 3,000 mark or whatnot. So yeah, you really don't need this massive following. It's your network. Your stories are for your network and your reels are for new people to try to expand out.
Yep.
Alex, maybe you just need a big old peach to get more followers.
She's talking about her butt if you're new here. Yeah, she was like, go ahead. Who's saying something?
Sorry, Kelly asked if I batch content. So I really don't. Now I will take like if I'm dressed up and I will take like a lot of photos just to have to use. But as far as like creating batch reels and stuff like that, I don't. For me personally, which I don't think that's a bad thing, especially if you're busy and you don't have a lot of time to create content. I think doing batch content is phenomenal. But for me, I don't know why. I just do better like in the moment. Like I hear something or I see something and I'm like, oh my God, I have to make that into a reel. And so I will save the sound or whatever, but I don't do a lot of batch content. No.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't really batch a lot either. But if you guys saw, I dropped in the chat a little screen recording of me editing something, a quick reel. Guys, it is very, very rare that I take more than probably 20 minutes to make a damn video. Like it is I find an audio. I usually find the audio first and then I match the before and after video or picture to that. But if you train your algorithm, like don't be looking at like, puppies all day long. Like obviously we all love to look at puppies, but what you scroll is what it's going to keep showing you. So like my whole explore feed is all content around the shot and before and afters and then couples humor. Okay? So kind of my niche. Train it like that. The more what you look at, it'll keep showing you more of that. So I get really good ideas just while I'm scrolling. And then same thing, like I find an audio with a good transition. The shorter the video, the better. Like the blind reel, that's a good, Alex put in the chat earlier, he was like, literally, I didn't even feel like doing the reel. It was his idea to make that. We were out back, terrible lighting, right? And he was like, just take your thing, put sunglasses on. I'm just going to record you like walking around being funny. And then made a video out of it. And it's at, I think like 700,000 views right now. I've gotten so many new followers and it was like such a half-ass video, like quality wise. But it was short and sweet. Whereas the one in Target is funny and it did okay, but that one didn't take off nearly as much because I think it was too long. So shorter the better, okay? But don't overthink your content, just post, okay?
And the shorter the better
Literally.
because they repeat and that those views stack up real quick. So when you do 3, 5, less than 10-second videos, they repeat on Instagram. And every time that counter goes and it repeats, it goes up and up and up. So I may not like everybody's videos because if somebody's posting like a side by side and you're in a bikini, I'm not gonna like publicly like it. But I'll tell you guys all right now, I copy the link on every single one of your guys' videos whenever you post something because that boosts it out as well. But if you're in a bikini, I'm just not gonna have my face associated. It just looks bad,
I'm
you
a
know.
psycho. No, I'm just kidding.
I add
But I do
something
I
that
do
you
copy
taught
the link
me.
for every single one of your guys' posts.
I just wanted to say something that you taught me that Alex kind of touched on that I feel like I learned from that's important is like you said and like he said is your reels are for people that don't know you yet. That's for people like not the people that you know because I used to get in my head about well I just made a video about that. Why should I do that again? You know what I mean? Like being repetitive or using the same picture because I use my like little ones that like when I was bigger for my videos and stuff and she's like who cares, she's like keep you doing the same stuff, she's like it's okay because you don't need to worry about the people that already are your followers, you are trying to reach new people, your stories are where you're going to convert to sales and that's where you're going to also continue to build the relationships with the people that are watching you. And that's where really you sell is your stories and your reels are to expand your followers. And it's okay if you repeat the same thing every single day. So that was the only thing I wanted to share because that helped me a lot.
I want to speak on that really quick too, Destiny. So like I, for instance, did not have a ton of before photos like from here recently because I'd never wanted to take a photo. Yes, Dell, I was just about to say that. Danny Angelo, like literally every single video is the same thing. Like it's the same thing over and over and over and over. That it's just what she does and she makes a killing here. So don't get in your head so much. Like I share the same like before video pretty much every time because I don't have a ton. The pictures that I take, I literally have to go like screenshot a video because I just did not want to be in videos and pictures because I was just disgusted with myself. So don't overthink like your befores. And like Destiny said, you want new people seeing your stuff. So don't overthink it. Somebody that hasn't seen it is going to see it. And that's what matters, that you're connecting with that new person. Great call out, Destiny.
Yeah, I'm really glad you actually said that. It's so true, guys. Think of the new person every time. Otherwise, you will think like, oh shit, I just posted about before the shot, after the shot, divorce or married, divorced, right? Like sometimes I'm like, I just did a post like that, but it doesn't matter. Keep pumping out whatever is working, right? So like there's different ways. Use ChatGPT. We use it all the time. There's different ways to say the same message, but in different ways. So like if your message was, this is me on the all natural stuff or the holistic stuff, and then you transition it to now and you're like, this is me on the shot, right? Go into ChatGPT and say, hey, give me 10 other ways to say this. Type it out how you said it on the reel, and then it'll give you a bunch of different ideas. If you don't like it, say, those suck. Give me 10 more. Give me 5 more. And then keep putting stuff out. Whatever is working, just keep hammering that.
Get rid of the damn M dashes because it's a dead giveaway that you chat GPT'd it, and the
I
emojis
just
that
put
nobody
that in the
uses.
comments.
Then nobody uses half the emojis that ChatGPT does, so it's very when you see
I
like
do.
it's random ass. Okay, and Delta, she uses some like sparkly ones.
I use
Nobody uses
so many
that one.
emojis. I'm like, shit, dumb it down, Holly, stop.
I used to use a lot of M dashes, but then everybody's like, "You're ChatGPT." I was like, "The fuck I am! I actually write like this." I was always getting A's in English.
Now I'm gonna think about it every single time.
Um,
Also, I know a couple people messaged me. I did want to say it real quick and then I hear the boys upstairs. But the one thing with ChatGPT that I do that I get so many hooks and make so many reels is if I see anybody's reel that I like, I screenshot a picture of it, put it in ChatGPT and just say create a spicier hook in regards to this picture. And it comes up with so many different ones. And Danny Angelo, that's how I get them almost every single one because me and her are the same with fitness. But I will say, screenshot, even for ideas to like, I don't batch out reels, but I will tell you, my phone is full of batched ideas because of just screenshot of Delaney's, Lucy's, like everybody's, of just different ways I can remake them in a super simple video, just one video.
brilliant.
But yeah, I had to put that out there.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, guys, be resourceful. Tell chat to make it your own, like spice it up a little bit, change up the verbiage, but
Turn
whatever
off political content.
Huh?
My mood has been so much better since I turned off political content. So it doesn't get recommended to me anymore. It was like everything was just people going batshit crazy over. I mean, I don't even want to get into it, but over Charlie. So like I had to turn it off. Like I felt bad turning it off because I was like, I need to know about this. But then it was like I just turned it off and I feel fucking loads better. It's been like it's almost been a month since I had it off. I feel way better. So if you have it on, I recommend turning it off unless you're like really into politics and you're like at like, PTA meetings every week or something, but I recommend turning it off.
Okay, cool. Anything else, guys? Well, again, thank you guys for all showing up and being on here. Kelly, thank you for blessing us with your presence. And Lucy literally couldn't have picked a better person to do that. I mean, you freaking nailed it. Every single thing I would have thought to say, you said it, and you're so good. Guys, watch her. Just copy people that are doing well. That's the secret sauce, okay? All right, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Keep kicking ass. Love y'all. Good night.
Bye.